you're not going to want to miss this. Speaking of cool stuff, next half hour, we are going to show you some of the hottest holiday gadgets according to Wired magazine. I'm holding one of them. This is the Blackberry Pearl. Okay, yeah, it looks like a phone, whatever, but it's actually a Blackberry. I'm holding up mine to show how much bigger and heavier and old it seems compared to this guy, all sleek and perfect. Does the same thing and more. This is just one of the many things. You don't even want to know the Nike thing that we have that is so cool. I want it. Join us at 1 p.m. Eastern time today as well. Move over iPod. Wired magazine, they know. That's all they talk about on Wired. They say there's a new champ in portable music. We're going to show you what it is. And we'll also show you some of the other must-have gadgets you want to add to your holiday wish list. None of them is more than $300. And a look at what private equity's asking. Up next, the perfect gift ideas for people who always have to have the latest tech gadgets. You know who those people are. Well, Wired magazine tested out more than 300 products. They're going to tell us the ones that are best. I'm going to hold up a hint for a minute. This one, and under $30, okay? Some of them are under 300, but stay tuned. We've got the coolest ones next.
You're watching Morning Call on CNBC.
With the holiday shopping season officially underway, I've been waiting for this one. Let's take a look at some of the hottest gadgets on the market. None of them is more than $300. In Wired magazine's annual test issue, editors review more than 300 products. The four that we're going to show you, as I said, under $301. Products editor Mark McCluskey is here to tell us about some of the top picks. Hi, Mark.
Hi, good morning, Liz.
Okay, we're going to start with what could really be a challenger to the iPod, although you don't hear a lot of people talking about this. It's the Toshiba Gigabeat. Tell me about this. I'm holding it right now.
Okay. Yeah, you were actually just talking about sort of challenges to Apple. You know, there's the software side, and then there's also the hardware side. And the Gigabeat is actually our favorite hardware MP3 player on the market this year. It's a little smaller than the iPod. Mm-hmm. And it's actually got a much nicer screen, we think, than the iPod, even the new screen that Apple came out with recently. It's just, the video looks tremendous on that screen.
It also has the radio. A lot of iPods, at least the one that I have, doesn't have the radio in there. And sometimes you don't just want to play your own music. You want to hear what's going on if you're out and about. I like that feature.
I totally agree. None of the iPods currently have a built-in radio. Apple will sell you a little accessory for that. But yeah, the Toshiba does have a radio built in, which is, I agree, it's a great feature.
And how much is this?
$300 right on the nose is the retail price.
$300 for the Gigabeat. We
there
like
you go.
It. Okay, the second thing, this is my fave, and it takes a while to set this up. So here we have, it's the Nike iPod Sport Kit. I'm holding a Nike shoe, okay? Now let me show you how this works. This is the kit. Here's the kit, okay? These two little things. You need an iPod that's sold separately, and the shoes are sold separately, just to let people know. But what you do is you take out, I'm going to yank out the inside of this shoe here. Okay, comes out. And then you take the little chip, and it sticks inside into a little, can you get a shot of that? There, it just went in right there, okay? And then you hook it up to your iPod, which is also wireless. That's the second piece of this. And what does it tell you, Mark?
So what it does, and thankfully you only do need to install it once because it's a little bit awkward. What it does is it tells you sort of how far you've run, how fast you're running. It'll tell you your pace, and it sort of sends all of that data right to your iPod and announces it to you over your earphones as you're running. So as you're listening to music, it'll tell you your pace. It'll actually even try and motivate you. You can sort of set up a special song to try and get you to run faster.
$29. And then finally, the Blackberry Pearl, $199. I love this. It looks like a phone. It weighs less than a phone, yet it does everything that the
Right. The problem with BlackBerry for the consumer market has always been, you know, frankly, they aren't very sexy. Mm-hmm. And the Pearl really changes that. It's a tremendously capable phone.
This is the old one. This is my old one, and it's huge and thick and not sexy.
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference, huh?
Yeah, big difference.
So the Pearl does all the great email stuff that BlackBerry's really built their business around, but also has a camera built in, will play media and MP3 files, and is just sort of small and sexy and cool.
And the low, low price of $199. Mark, nice to see you. Tell the gang at Wired we love you.
Oh, thanks. We're glad to hear it.
Wired Magazine's Mark McCluskey. And join us at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today as we release the results.